a creepy lock. I like that one.
Hey Dragonlings, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know, my name is Sky. I write paranormal romance under the name SD Haggis, and today I have two guests with me. We are going to be doing something a little different today, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves real quick before I get into the details of what we're doing. So today I have
Hope.
And I have
Rose.
I have Hope and Rose with me. They decided to go by different names than normal when they've all popped in. If you've been on my channel before, you might have seen them pop in and out of my live feeds. These are my two girls. And today we are going to be watching a pre-recorded gameplay of Sims 4. We have been watching on other people's channels. We've been watching several people do the 100 baby challenge, or just playing Sims 4 in general with their own challenges. I will have links below of the various channels we've been watching. And so they have been bugging me over and over again to attempt the 100 baby challenge myself. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to. And we're going to be doing it in a way that's a little different. And I say that because I'm playing on the PS4, the console version. And the other thing that's happening is that I don't have the capability, of all the mods and cheats that a lot of the Sims people do that we've been watching. And the other thing is that I don't have any of the expansion packs except for Cats and Dogs, which came in the Sims 4 bundle I purchased. The birds are going to be loud, and I apologize ahead of time. I covered them up. They're not sleeping yet. So that's what we're doing today, is we're going to watch the pre-recorded gameplay. They were in here with me when I created this Matriarch for this gameplay, and they're just re-watching it because I didn't have a camera set up, and we're going to go over some of the rules for the challenge, which will also be listed in the description below. And that's what we're going to do this time, and they're going to be making commentary on the video they're watching while I list off some rules that I'm going to be inputting along with the regular rules for the 100 Baby Challenge. And I have the official rules for the 100 Baby Challenge listed in the description below as well if you want to see those. And then I have my modified rules. Let's go ahead and get started. So for the 100 Baby Challenge, the objective of the challenge is to give birth to 100 babies in as few generations as possible. The challenge is won when the 100th baby has been born and raised to young adulthood, and you fail the challenge if you break any of the rules. So there's lots of rules for this, which are listed down below. The first thing you need to do is create your matriarch. Your matriarch is anyone who can get pregnant, whether that's male or female. They have to be able to get pregnant. You are allowed to create any traits, aspirations, appearance, walk style, or voice that you want for your matriarch. And then the other rule is that when the first matriarch you create can no longer have children once they reach elder, then the youngest daughter who was born of that matriarch becomes matriarch. The next set of rules is about donors. Anyone who can get your matriarch pregnant is considered a donor. They cannot become the matriarch's boyfriend or husband. The exception is once the matriarch reaches the elder age, they are allowed to take a spouse or a boyfriend. Donor cannot move in with the matriarch. They cannot provide financial aid to the matriarch in any way. And then these are some modified rules that I have that I'm adding. I would like the friendship bar to be halfway full between the matriarch and the donor before starting any type of relationship. And then I want the relationship bar halfway full before they attempt a woohoo. Now, the exception to this rule is if when you first click on a donor to talk to them, if something pops up that is part of the relationship bar, which you will see examples of whenever we actually start getting into the actual official gameplay, that will be the exception to the rule as far as the relationship bar and where it stands. If the relationship stuff starts showing up on the first pop-up bar, then we can choose those options. Pregnancy and aging. Aging must be on, and it must be set to normal. That is one of the original rules. Auto-aging for NPCs is encouraged, but it is not required. When you are having a baby, once your matriarch is pregnant, you cannot influence the gender of the baby by eating strawberries or carrots or by listening to either pop or alternative music, because apparently in The Sims 4 those are in-game cheats that allow you to influence the gender of your child. Babies cannot be aged up until you get a notification that it is their birthday. Toddlers cannot be aged up until all skills reach level 3. And one of the modified skills that I'm adding is that I want at least 2 of the toddler skills maxed out. That does not include potty training, which I believe only goes to level 3, and then at that point it's maxed out. So in the end, they'll have a total of 3 toddler skills maxed out. Children and teenagers must have an A in school before they can be aged up. Young adults must have a job aligned with their inspiration prior to their moving out of the household. That way when they get moved out of the household, they've got to jumpstart on their own lives. As far as housing goes, this is the next set of rules. The matriarch can move into any home she can afford without cheats. The exception to the cheats rule is that cheats are not allowed except for move objects, which allows you to kind of stack objects on top of each other. Or you can use cheats to resolve glitches. Now, I'm not going to have this problem because a lot of cheats don't work in the console version of Sims 4, except for move objects. Lot traits can be assigned to a home that does not have lot traits, whether you move into it or you build it. But once those lot traits are chosen, you cannot change them. Or if you move into a house with lot traits already chosen, you can't change those traits. Young adults may be moved out, it is encouraged, but once they move out, you cannot move them back into the house with the matriarch. If the matriarch gets married once she reaches her elderhood, she and her spouse have to move out of the matriarch's home into their own home. You cannot have more than 8 people in a home. That includes pets, since I do have the cats and dogs version add bonus. I do have to keep that in mind. I am allowed to have pets, but I cannot keep them in the same household. You cannot kill underage Sims in order to make room for more babies, nor can you let babies, toddlers, or children be taken away for any reason. If they are taken, that number is removed from your total of 100, and you have to start over with the next baby. You have to get them to a young adult. Jobs. The matriarch can register as self-employed. They can work from home. They can run a retail business, restaurant, or vet clinic. However, they cannot have a job where they have to leave the house to go to some rabbit hole destination. They cannot have a part-time job either. Teenagers are allowed to have a part-time job. Maids, gardeners, and repair technicians can be hired. However, nannies cannot. Caterers and mixologists can be hired, but only for parties. Leaving the house and for vacation. Matriarch can leave house alone to search for donors or to give birth at the hospital. They can take vacations, but they must bring their whole household with them when they go, and they cannot go on vacation if they have a baby at home or if they are pregnant. Miscellaneous. These are just random rules that didn't fit under any of these categories specifically. Cheats cannot be allowed except for creative building purpose, which includes move objects or anything like that. You cannot do mods or custom content that gives unfair advantage, such as increasing household count or child support payments, which I don't have to worry about because I can't do any of those cheats with the PS4 version. Anyway, you are allowed to use in-game rewards from completing whims in the reward store. However, you cannot use rewards that give your sim a longer age, and you cannot use any that prolong life or save them from death. So you can't do those. Traits chosen for children as they age up must be random. Sims 4 with the newest update has added in a randomizer for traits. Does not work for aspirations. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So I will still be using outside sources for that, or we'll just roll a dice, which I really like the idea of actually. What do you girls think? You guys like the idea of rolling a dice for the traits? Mm-hmm. So we might do that. Children's clothing choices, features, and hairstyles cannot be changed. There is an exception to this rule. When your first matriarch reaches elderhood and can no longer bear children, and your youngest child becomes the matriarch, then you can change her hairstyle, clothing choices, and all that fun jazz. However, it has to be within the parameters of the game. No cheats allowed. That is a modified rule, by the way, not a rule, because there's no rule saying that you have to keep the traits of the child. Holiday participation is allowed. I'm not quite certain what all holidays show up in the console version without all the extra bonuses and stuff, but I know there's a couple. However, existing holidays must be edited to comply with these rules. Alright, and once again, I will have all of these rules listed in the description below. But currently we are watching the creation of this sim over again. And what do you girls think so far? What do you think of her?
Because she's cool.
We're going through various outfits, choosing costumes, it looks like.
For a party.
For a party. It took us forever to figure out how to do that because it wasn't showing up where we thought it would. I do remember that much.
And
when we
it
first
doesn't
recorded this.
We're doing Leia's costume, but it doesn't show her hair.
Yeah, I'll have to relook at the game again because I could have sworn Leia's hair was in here. And it's definitely not in here. Like, I went through the hair choices several times and never found it.
Because you went fast.
No, it wasn't because I was going fast. We just never found it. It wasn't listed. It's almost like I have to have a download in order to have the buns that are on the side of the head. We did end up choosing the buns that go to the top, and I really like that hairstyle. Let's be real. I love that hairstyle. I think it's the most cutest thing in the world.
And there's a little thing. It has skeleton things.
Oh, you're talking about her dress?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got sugar skulls all over her dress.
It's cool. It's pretty.
Now that I'm no longer talking, now they're gonna have some commentary. I think we're naming her now, and I don't even remember what name we chose. Can you girls read that? I can't.
I can.
Can you spell it out for me?
IFSNS, or it's ANS.
Ileana Schuler, I think is what we called her. Ileana Schuler. You guys will be able to see this better than we can when you guys actually watch this.
Yeah, sure.
Now we're looking through the walk styles to see which kind of walk we want her to have.
There's a creepy lock. I like that one. But we didn't choose that
I think we gave her the feminine walk.
We
yeah.
We gave her the funny one.
Now we're choosing her aspiration. Oh my god, I can't talk.
Aspirations.
And she wants to
Aspirations.
be a writer.
She wants to be a writer.
And we're
I didn't say this to the girls when we were filming, but I was like, let's randomize the traits. And then I didn't end up liking any of the randomized traits. I was like, nah, let's not go with this. And I think we ended up changing a bunch.
We did.
We randomized it a few times, and then I think we just straight up chose some traits.
Yeah, we definitely chose the writing.
That was for the aspiration, though. The traits are separate, and the traits, there is a randomizer now, which I really enjoy, by the way. I enjoy using that randomizer because I'm having to create a bunch of male donors and female donors in order to complete this challenge. So that randomizer is great when I'm just creating some random Sims to drop into the world to be baby daddies. But
she loves being in a family. She has rose in her hand.
that's a romantic trait and creative trait. We gave her the creative, romantic, and family-oriented trait in the end.
I thought it said I love babies.
And then she wants to be a writer. That's her first aspiration.
And
We're still looking through all of her stuff. We decided that because she's going to be a stay-at-home mom, she probably shouldn't be wearing heels. And I will actually need to go back into the game and change this because we changed it for her first outfit. Excuse me, sorry. We changed it for her first outfit. However, we didn't change it for any of her other everyday outfits, and she's got like 4, including the costume.
I thought the costume was for party.
Yeah, the costume is for a party, but she still needs to be able to wear shoes with it. Alright, and that concludes what we've got going on in the video. What do you guys think of Ileana Schuler?
Good.
You don't like Ileana Schuler? You were in here when we created her.
Creepy.
Creepy? You think she's creepy?
No, well, that's her name?
Schuler, yeah. That's her last name. They liked her when we first created her.
I don't like Shore.
What do you think of her, the person?
Oh wait, I like the person.
You like the person, you just don't like her name. Please stop it.
I don't like the Andal person.
Schuler.
Yeah.
Why? Ileana?
Ileana is good.
Yeah, it's good. Ileana.
Ileana's good?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. You just don't like Schuler.
Mm-hmm.
No idea why. Why? You gotta talk to me.
Because it has shoe in it.
So? Schuler.
That, and
It's not spelled the same.
Schuler.
Schuler.
Oh.
It's spelled Schuler. Schuler. It's not even spelled shoe right, because shoe is SHOE. Do you see that in that?
No.
No. So it's not even spelled the same. It just sounds similar. So her name is Ileana Schuler. She is going to be our matriarch for this challenge, and we are actually going to film right away in the next few minutes, and we're going to go ahead and start her on her new life. So, are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? Please stop so I can talk. So yes, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start filming her in her new life. So we are going to make a few changes to her life compared to what I see other people who do this challenge. And I hope you guys stick around and hang out with us while we do this challenge, because this is going to be interesting. But for now, we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye, Dragonlings.